What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of fasting? Is it Ramadan? Hunger? Torturing ourselves? Or can it also be beneficial? Did you know fasting can make you lose your weight? Did you know fasting can fight cancer? If you want to know more, stay with me till the end of this. Back to the MedLife. I am back with new videos. Stay with me and write in the comment if you find this video interesting. Fasting is the avoidance from eating, drinking, or sometimes both of them. For many years, fasting has been known for religious activities like Ramadan. But recently, scientists have found shocking facts about fasting. Number 1. It increases the human growth hormone. Human growth hormone is released by the pituitary gland. It helps you gain muscle mass, it prevents the loss of muscles, and it is involved in the bone density. As you age, this hormone decreases in the body. But when you fast, this hormone increases. Number 2. Can help you lose weight. The main source of energy in our body is called ATP. It is derived from glucose. But when we are fasting, we don't have any glucose intake. So what does our body do? Generally, it uses the stores of glucose in our body. But when those stores are almost over and we cannot use them anymore, the body starts getting the energy from the fat in our body. This process is called ketosis. Ketosis can have some benefits beyond weight loss. Some doctors recommend it for epilepsy. It is said that ketosis can reduce insulin resistance, which leads to lowering the risk for type 2 diabetes. Number 3. It boosts your immunity. Staying hungry and thirsty for too long makes your body create new immune cells. For example, killer T cells and helper T cells. These cells are very important to fight pathogens. T cells stop and prevent all those pathogenic cells like cancer cells to spread out in different parts of the body. Cancer cells would like to travel to different parts of the body, especially to the inflamed parts of the body. T cells stop them from spreading out towards different parts of the body. Therefore, they prevent and stop inflammation. And most importantly, it can prevent and fight cancer. To understand the relationship between fasting and cancer, we need to understand what's cancer and the difference between a cancer cell and a normal cell. Generally, normal cells possess an organelle called the mitochondrion. The mitochondrion is responsible to generate energy and store energy in the cell. It generates energy through a process called mitochondrial respiration by using oxygen. This is an aerobic process, which means it uses oxygen. Cancerous cells, on the other hand, do not use oxygen to generate energy. Therefore, the main reason of cancer is the damage to the respiration process. So instead of mitochondrial respiration, they have a process called fermentation. Cancerous cells have incomplete structures. That's why they are harmful to the body. Cancerous cells have 10 to 50 times more insulin receptors than the normal cells. That means that they need a lot of sugar. It means they take a lot of glucose and the energy of the body. That's why patients with cancer are normally low in energy, because the normal cells do not get the energy they need. Instead, the cancerous cells are eating them. No new sugar is received to the body during fasting. Now that the body is in need of sugar and it cannot find it from outside, it tries to manage it from inside. At this time, the body manages its sugar and does not send the energy to the cancerous cells and sends it only to the needy cells. The needy cells
use those energies and start working properly. But the cancerous cells do not receive any energy, and therefore they weaken and die. This is the first reason that fasting can stop cancer. Now, let's go to the second reason. Have you ever recycled anything? Do you know what's recycling? You use something that you were about to throw. You can use it again for a new thing. And if you think you cannot use it, you just throw it away and you clean it up. Did you know the same thing happens in our body as well? When some of our cells have some extra things to throw away, they reuse them and recycle them. And if they cannot be used at all, they throw them away. This process is called autophagy. This process is beneficial and it allows the orderly degeneration and recycling of cellular components. A Japanese researcher, Mr. Yoshinori Osumi, won the Nobel Prize of the 2016 Nobel Prize in Medicine or Physiology because of his outstanding work in the research for autophagy. He came up with the results that the autophagy happens during fasting. When we are fasting and we do not receive any energy and food from outside, our body and our cells start cleaning the extra stuff. They clean up all the unnecessary things in our body, including the cancerous cells. That means the cleanup process happens through autophagy, and autophagy happens because of the fasting. And thus, this confirms that there is a direct relationship between fasting and cancer. Now to know more, let's see the list of the countries with the highest cancer rates. Here is the list of countries with the highest cancer rates. According to worldpopulationreview.com. Let's look at the top 10 countries. Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, United States, Denmark, Netherlands, Belgium, Canada, France, and Hungary. Most of these countries are either from the Europe, America, or the Australia, and have the best medical and health care systems. But why is the cancer rate the highest? Did you notice anything here? There are no Muslim countries amongst them. Is it because of fasting and because they have a month of fasting called Ramadan? Let's see what the Islamic scripture, the Holy Quran, talks about fasting. In chapter number 2, verses 183 and 184. O believers, fasting is prescribed for you, as it was for those before you, so perhaps you will become mindful of Allah. Fast a prescribed number of days, but whoever of you is ill or on a journey, then let them fast an equal number of days after Ramadan. For those who can only fast with extreme difficulty, compensation can be made by feeding a needy person for every day not fasted. But whoever volunteers to give more, it is better for them. And to fast is better for you if only you knew.
Thank you guys for watching this video, and let me know in the comments below what you think about it, and make sure to subscribe to the MedLife.